The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Stafford's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. Gets this one to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distract.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. First carry for Najee Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got room. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They hand this off to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford. That one complete to Hill. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But
and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 21-0 our score after 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of him. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rudolph now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. What we got? 19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Do the night. Thumbs up, night. Check. Lucky. Slam.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
55's my guy, 55. Hey, tank.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I got him.
To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Lane drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It's caught by Aguilar. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Matt Milano. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
45, Mike.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford, a quick slant to Hill. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 40. Past the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And now here's a carry heading left. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back 3-yard pickups. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Harris. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll go down at the 28. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle. 40 got.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Harris. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
205 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.